person I admire is Thomas Edison. I think he's a thinker because he thought about how to make all those great inventions like the light bulb, and he also thought about what kind of inventions people would like. And he's reflected because when he made when things blew up during experiments, he didn't do the same thing again. And the same with his inventions. If one of his inventions failed, then he made other things instead of making the same thing again.
Hello, my name is Saleh. I picked Albert Einstein. I think he's a thinker because he invented many things like a photographic effect or theory of relativity, and I think he's a risk taker. He wants to invent something to help people.
My name is Jana Yu, and my role model is Oprah Winfrey.
Okay.
She is caring because she is a very big philanthropist and she has a warm heart. She is also open-minded because she visits the less fortunate and donates a lot of money to them. She also was experimented being less fortunate.
My name is Kai, and my role model is Isaac Newton, and I think he's very principled because he knew exactly what is right or what is wrong. And also I think he's a great thinker because if he wasn't a great thinker, he wouldn't think of a gravity with an apple. And I think he's a risk taker because he always tried to find out something what people didn't discover.
My name is William Seoul, and the person I chose was Superman. The reason was because he's very caring. He cares for the other citizens in his city. He is also a thinker. He always thinks how to destroy his enemy. He's always a risk taker because he always risks his life for his beloved city and citizens. Thank you.
My name is Isaac. I chose the character Yoda. He is a risk taker because he learned to become very good at using his lightsaber, and he takes his risk to fight the dark side. And also he's balanced. He meditates and fights the same way, the same amount.
I really admire is Steve Jobs. He probably fits in every IQ profile except being caring and maybe balanced. Even though he's amazingly, do I need to look at that?
No.
Even though he is amazingly skilled and gifted, I say he stands out especially in risk taking and was a very amazing communicator. At that time, the risk Steve Jobs took was called foolish and useless, but he started the company and changed the whole course of IT history. He had an extraordinary gift for persuading people. His teammates said he had a personal manipulation skill. Literally, I mean seriously. It shows how persuasive and convincing he sounded. These are categories I think Steve Jobs fits best on the IQ learner profile.
Hi, my role model is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. King Jr. represents many criteria of the IQ learner profile, such as communicating, risk-taking, caring, and many more. But I only want to share two because you said so. One is risk-taking. He knew he could be punished by the white government, but then he took the risk to fix the world into what he thought was an ideal, fair world. He even went to jail and faced near-death situations, yet he did not give up and took more risks into taking small or big steps forward. And also, Mr. King was good at communicating with others to persuade them into believing with him. So he even persuaded white people to believe that black people should be treated as fairly as the white people. And his rhetorical questions and heartwarming speeches was one of the main reasons his communication skills were really good.
Okay, my name is Chan Lee, and my idol is my mom and my dad. They're both thinkers, because when I have a problem, they always help me with solutions and help me make ethical decisions. They're caring, because everyone they meet gets treated with love and appreciation. My parents listen and give help when needed.
My name is is Sue, and my role model is my dad. My dad is a risk taker and he cares us. He's a risk taker because he's a businessman, but he did not give up, and even though he might fail, he believed and challenged himself. And he cares us because he tries his best to make us happy even though he's busy. This is why I admire my dad. Thank you.
My name is Janice. My name is Tom. And our role model was Lionel Messi, and he's a soccer player. And we chose him because he had good skills in soccer, and he's also a role model for many soccer players. And for Leonard's profile, I think he's communicator and open-minded because soccer game is like against many other countries, and they have to be open-minded to other countries that they play against. And soccer is about teamwork, and they have to communicate with each other.
So I chose my role model, George Orwell.
Oh.
Because I really like this book, it's 1984, Animal Farm. And so George Orwell's life and political activities best define him as an inquiring, and communicating, thinking, principled, open-minded, and risk-taking person. He had lived in various nations and experienced various cultures and hardships as he lived in India as a police officer, through the Spanish Civil War, and as a teacher, and so open-minded and risk-taking. Yet spoke for and against ideas in societies, writing and speaking throughout his life as a journalist and a writer, and hence communicating, principled, thinking, inquiring, and risk-taking.
My name is Rui, and my role model is Michael Phelps, who is a swimmer with full record of having the most amount of Olympic medals because I'm also a swimmer. And yeah, I always watch swimming games and I see Michael Phelps like really doing well in all the games. And I think he is a risk taker because he always breaks world records and stuff. He broke 39 world records, and I'm like, I want to be like him. But yeah, I wish I can be like him.
Is there any other attribute that he follows?
No, it's really hard to relate him to the learning profile because he's a swimmer.
There's one thing I think he might follow, maybe balanced. He's very good at that. He's the man who can do everything, can he?
Yeah,
so,
he's good at all the swimming stuff.
Yeah. Alright, good job, thank you.